please.
This is my last official function. This is about my sister. If you're lucky enough to have a foundation, and we are, it comes with this deep feeling of gratitude to be in a position that you can and that you want to. And the one thing that I have learned profoundly from this woman is the sense of gratitude. Every day she reminds me how wonderful it is to be alive and how terrific people are at their heart and soul. So naturally, when we were looking for someone that could be the best representative of my children, my grandchildren, who do refer to her as Mama Punam, we didn't have to look terribly far because this is a woman who exemplifies all of the values and characters and qualities that are important to me and to my children. She engages with every single person that she meets. Whenever we go out, she's a rock star. I can't get through a crowd without people coming up thinking that they're coming to say hello to me, and they say hello to her, which just warms my heart. But the real truth of the matter is, if you're sitting with Punam the way I did the other night, watching a film at Elizabeth's Women's Initiative program, and you hear her sounds when she's watching people on screen that are doing good things and achieving, she is the consummate cheerleader and believer in goodness. And when you talk about the world needing more of that kind of love and support, that's what we have. But she's smart as a crackerjack. And naturally, when you're giving away your money, you want someone who is professional, who is capable, who does the homework, and presents you with all of the best objectives, and is also willing for you to say no on occasion. And she has been a delight to add to my life all these years, professionally and personally, and being the beneficiary of all the goodwill that she has generated has been a gift far greater than what we've been able to give. So please come up, Punam, for this other well-deserved award.
So I have some gratitude. So last month, Elaine and I were in Chicago, and she was making a presentation at a very prestigious thing, and she was being interviewed by someone very famous. And that woman introduced her by saying, the first time I met Elaine, I went home and said to my husband, George Lucas, today I met Glenda the Good Witch. And so, eternal gratitude for riding in the wake of Glenda the Good Witch. Thank you to Silver State Awards, to Jim Rogers, and I look at Dr. Linda Young, who's going to be up next, and it's on your shoulders that we stand. This is all about education. We heard a reference to educators from Bart. We honor your mom, Bart. It is those people who are doing it every day, day in, day out. In this room tonight, I know that Communities in Schools is represented. I think Future Smiles is here. I think I Care for Kids. These are all of the organizations that join with those educators to deliver hope and help to kids. And I'm just going to lift up two. I want to lift up Jessica. So Jessica is a young woman now, and she was massively struggling under the headwinds of poverty and the trauma that had represented the early part of her life. And it was when she acquainted with Communities in Schools and met her site coordinator, a human being who believed in her, and simply said, whatever it takes to divine your potential, I'm by your side. Jessica now has completed her master's degree in social work at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and is a professional site coordinator at Communities in Schools, because that's what it means to give it forward. I also want to lift up Sam. I just learned about Sam 2 days ago. Sam was found unconscious in a park and was fortunately resuscitated. It was his attempt at suicide because it was so complicated to manage for a 16-year-old, his sexuality and all that that represented. And thanks to the love and support of the Communities in Schools family in his hometown elsewhere in America, he's not invisible and isolated and desperate anymore. When it comes to education today in this country, it isn't reading, writing, arithmetic anymore. In our community, 7 in the 7 to 10 babies that go to school tomorrow are living in poverty. They're black, they're brown, they're beautiful. And they need all of us to see them as whole human beings. So it has been the honor of my life to work for Glinda the Good Witch, who, as president of the State Board of Education, means it, and as an incredibly generous philanthropist, shows it, so that not any child should be shut down, shut out, or shut in. Because potential is ubiquitous. So I want to say thank you. And I'm just really honored. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I would love your Golden Globe.